Could a single video hold the power to unravel hidden truths and bring an entire family to its knees? For Jin BTS, the answer was clear as he made the difficult decision to hand over a video recording of the bullying Jungkook endured during his time in the military. But no one, not even Jin, could have anticipated the heart-wrenching reaction that followed. The story begins with a question that lingers in the minds of millions of BTS fans. How deep does the pain run for Jungkook, the golden magne, who has always been a beacon of positivity and strength? As news of his struggles in the military surfaced, it ignited a firestorm of outrage and concern among ARMY and beyond. Yet, it wasn't until Jin's revelation that the full extent of the ordeal became heartbreakingly clear. The video, captured discreetly, was said to contain undeniable evidence of the bullying Jungkook endured, moments of verbal abuse, degrading tasks, and isolation inflicted by senior officers. Jin, the eldest and often referred to as the big brother of BTS, had seen enough. As someone who had served his own military term, he understood the environment but was unprepared for the horrors Jungkook silently bore. Jin made his way to Jungkook's family home, carrying with him the USB containing the video. The decision to show it to Jungkook's mother was not made lightly. He knew the emotional toll it might take, but felt it was necessary to expose the truth. She has the right to know what her son has endured, Jin reportedly confided to a close associate before the visit. When Jungkook's mother welcomed Jin into their home, she was unaware of the emotional storm about to unfold. She had always seen Jungkook as her shining star, resilient and unstoppable. But as Jin began to explain the gravity of the situation, her hands trembled, her face betraying a mix of fear and disbelief. "I didn't want you to see this," Jin said, his voice heavy with emotion, "but I think you need to understand what Jungkook has been going through." He plugged the USB into a laptop, and as the first few seconds of the video played, the room was filled with a haunting silence. What followed was a gut-wrenching sequence of events. The video showed Jungkook being ordered around, forced to perform menial tasks in front of sneering seniors. There were moments when harsh words were hurled at him, moments when he stood alone while others ignored his presence. Though Jungkook never retaliated, his quiet suffering was palpable. The golden magne, adored by millions, had been reduced to a target of humiliation within the confines of a military barrack. Jungkook's mother, a strong woman who had always been his pillar of support, watched in stunned silence as tears streamed down her face. "No, this can't be my son," she murmured, clutching her chest as her breathing grew labored. Jin rushed to her side as she fainted, overwhelmed by the emotional weight of what she had just witnessed. The video's impact didn't end there. News of the incident quickly spread, sparking outrage among ARMY and drawing attention from national media outlets. Jungkook's fans rallied around him, their messages of love and support flooding social media platforms. "He doesn't deserve this," read one trending tweet, accompanied by a fan-made montage of Jungkook's brightest moments. "We stand with Jungkook." Jin, visibly shaken by the turn of events, spoke briefly to reporters who had gathered outside Jungkook's home. "This is not just about Jungkook," he said. "It's about creating a safe and respectful environment for everyone in the military. No one should have to endure what he did." The video also became a pivotal piece of evidence in the ongoing investigation into bullying within the military. High-ranking officials, previously reluctant to take strong action, were now under immense pressure to address the issue. The public demanded accountability, and the Ministry of Defense announced an emergency task force to prevent similar incidents in the future. As for Jungkook, the ordeal marked a turning point in his journey. His mother's fainting spell deeply affected him, fueling his resolve to speak out and ensure that no one else would have to endure such pain in silence. With the support of Jin and his family, Jungkook began collaborating with advocacy groups to raise awareness about bullying and mental health in the military. Jin, true to his role as the eldest, continued to stand by Jungkook's side. Their bond, forged through years of shared experiences, grew even stronger as they navigated this challenging chapter together. "He's like my little brother," Jin said in a heartfelt interview. And family looks out for each other, no matter what. The ripple effects of this incident extended far beyond the BTS fandom. It sparked a nationwide conversation about the toxic aspects of military culture and the importance of compassion and respect. For Jungkook's mother, the pain of witnessing her son's suffering was matched only by her pride in his courage. "He's always been strong," she said in a later statement. "But now, he's not just strong for himself, he's strong for everyone who looks up to him." In the end, the story of Jungkook's ordeal and his mother's emotional reaction is one of resilience and transformation. It's a reminder that even in the face of darkness, the bonds of love and support can light the way forward. And for Jungkook, the golden magne who continues to inspire millions, it's a testament to his unyielding spirit, a spirit that shines brighter than ever. The incident left a deep imprint not only on Jungkook's family, but also on millions of BTS fans and the wider public. The collective response was a mixture of outrage, sorrow, and determination to see justice served. The video's release catalyzed a wave of empathy and activism, as fans and anti-bullying advocates used the moment to address broader systemic issues beyond the K-pop icon's personal experience. Jungkook himself, although visibly affected by the unfolding events, showcased a quiet strength that had always been his hallmark. For days following the video's exposure, he remained out of the public eye, focusing on his family and reflecting on the turbulent turn of events. Reports from those close to him suggested that he was deeply moved by the outpouring of support but remained troubled by the trauma that had come to light. When Jungkook eventually made a public statement, his words were both humble and powerful. "This experience has been one of the most challenging in my life," he said in a message shared through BTS's official channels. "But it's also taught me the importance of standing up for oneself and for others. I'm grateful for the love and strength I've received, and I hope to use this moment to make a difference." The court proceedings against the perpetrators, who had been caught in the act through the video evidence, were swift and decisive. Military prosecutors charged the two senior officers with multiple counts, including abuse of authority and misconduct. The severity of the punishment was intended not only as retribution for Jungkook, but also as a warning to others who might exploit their power in similar ways. The trial was heavily publicized, and every step of the legal process was closely followed by fans and human rights organizations alike. Jimin, who played a crucial role in bringing the bullying to light, remained an unwavering pillar of support for Jungkook throughout the ordeal. Known for his compassionate nature, Jimin's decision to intervene and report the incidents to higher authorities showcased the strength of the bond shared by BTS members. His actions were lauded by fans and military officials alike, with many highlighting his bravery in standing up against a flawed system. During the trial, Jimin provided testimony that was both heartfelt and damning. "We come from a group that believes in love, respect, and kindness," he said in his statement. "To see someone as kind-hearted as Jungkook suffer was unbearable. I couldn't stay silent when I knew the truth had to come out." Jin, who had delivered the video evidence to Jungkook's family, also took the stand as a witness. His testimony added a deeply personal dimension to the case, as he recounted the emotional toll the ordeal had taken on Jungkook and his loved ones. "I've served in the military myself," Jin said, his voice steady but emotional. "I understand discipline, but what happened to Jungkook wasn't discipline, it was cruelty. And no one, no matter who they are, deserves to go through that." The courtroom was often filled with army members who had come to show their support for Jungkook. Their presence, along with countless banners and messages outside, created an atmosphere of solidarity that was impossible to ignore. One particularly emotional moment occurred when Jungkook himself addressed the court. His voice trembled as he spoke, but his words carried a weight that resonated with everyone present. "I didn't want this to become about me," Jungkook said, his gaze fixed on the judges. "But if my story can prevent someone else from going through the same pain, then it's worth it. I stand here not as a celebrity, but as a person who believes we can do better." The verdict, delivered after weeks of testimony and deliberation, was a resounding victory for justice. Both perpetrators received significant sentences, including prison time and dishonorable discharges. The ruling was seen as a turning point in addressing systemic bullying within the military, and it sparked calls for comprehensive reform.